Sophie Cunningham's response to all this, in terms of her tweets, like, if you guys didn't see Sophie Cunningham's retweets, Sophie Cunningham obviously responded with the shrug Instagram post, but has responded to the petition by just retweeting a freaking post about her jersey being sold out. That is a response. That is quote tweeting the petition. Like, that is the best way of going about it.
They kicked off a petition to ban Sophie Cunningham like she just stepped out of a Marvel origin story. Her response? Not a tearful apology. Nope, she delivered a highlight reel dripping with confidence and extra sauce. Forget remorse, she came with receipts, attitude, and a mic drop that rattled the WNBA. This wasn't damage control. This was diva-level domination. Strap in, because Sophie just turned cancel culture into pure comedy gold, and what happened next will blow your mind.
Lads, I need to talk about this right here. So yesterday's game was obviously funny. Yesterday's game was obviously crazy. But have you guys not seen the petition? The petition, lads. So if you guys didn't see, obviously, there is the Dallas Wings fan page. Take the All-Star game out of Indiana. I'm serious. This is about player safety. Dude, don't worry. Neither JC or Marina's making the All-Star team. Players will be safe. The only player on the Dallas Wings that's going to make the All-Star team is Paige Beckers.
She spotted the petition, laughed mid-lunge, and retweeted it like it was fan mail. Sophie Cunningham isn't just unbothered. She's feasting on the drama like it's her pre-game protein shake. They tried to cast her as the villain in some overhyped basketball soap opera, and she leaned in with a "you rang" energy. This isn't a redemption arc. It's full-blown retaliation, with glitter and style.
All-Star break in Indiana, and I'm like, man, Dejanay Carrington needs to work her way back into the starting lineup for the worst team in the WNBA before she even thinks about being an All-Star this year. But yeah, it is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious.
And that tweet, she didn't just retweet it. She blessed it like a royal decree straight from the Queen of Petty. It was the digital equivalent of cracking her knuckles and saying, "Let's dance." Thought she'd shrink under public outrage? Think again. Sophie Cunningham doesn't fold. She strikes back with tempo, fire, and a perfectly timed side eye.
Now everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out. Now, why is that significant? I'll tell you. Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark. The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark.
The petition? A full-blown spectacle of pearl-clutching hysteria. Fans demanding bans like it's some dystopian American Idol. Except here, confidence gets you cancelled instead of applause. But Sophie? She's not messy, she's reactive. Chaos isn't the same as consequence. And let's be real, when she gets physical, it's usually because someone else stirred the pot first. She's not starting the fight, she's just serving it back, with interest and a little extra spice.
See, so I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm just saying. Sophie Cunningham stood on business. So all these damn petitions and all these little stupid things they're trying to do, these little freaking fines, we don't care about none of that. Now, just like Rachel said, your boy John Liquidator, I'm not condoning any violence whatsoever. But what I can tell you is that Sophie Cunningham stood on business and did the human thing to do.
Because if you mess with her teammates, Sophie goes full medieval. You so much as breathe on her squad the wrong way, and she's coming at you like a human freight train fueled by loyalty and fury. It's not about fouls, it's about family. The league can debate the rules all day, but when someone goes after her girls, Sophie isn't asking questions. She's making statements. Suddenly, Sophie Cunningham has become the WNBA's most unlikely fan favorite. Not just for the Fever Dream Brigade clinging to Caitlin Clark like she's a one-woman revolution, but for everyone else. She's the anti-hero we didn't know we needed. Aggression of a linebacker, Twitter finesse of a meme lord, emotional range of someone who's had enough. It's a Cinderella story, except Cinderella's wearing sneakers, body-checking defenders, and calling out hypocrisy mid-game. They tried to silence her. Instead, she became a headline machine with a highlight reel full of vengeance. She lashed out not from bitterness, but because she'd had it. 4 months, she watched from the sidelines as Caitlyn got thrown to the wolves, every move overanalyzed, every bump dissected as part of some conspiracy.
Now everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out. Now, why is that significant? I'll tell you. Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark. The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark.
The double standards were practically dripping from the arena lights. When Fever players get physical, passionate, gritty, that's just basketball. But when Sophie raises an eyebrow or clears space with her shoulder, suddenly it's a felony, a crisis, a petition-worthy moment. Someone explain how Sheldon lowering her shoulder into Sophie was just competitive spirit, while Sophie's response looked like a war crime on the timeline. Selective vision? Or just bad acting? Let's talk about Sheldon for a second. This wasn't a nudge, it was a full-on attempt to bulldoze a brick wall with her torso. That shoulder wasn't lowered, it was weaponized. And Sophie? She took the hit, blinked once, and delivered the kind of response any self-respecting enforcer would, with a full-blown emotional sledgehammer. Test her balance, don't cry foul when she resets the scale. It's not aggression, it's calibration. Here's the kicker. Sophie never set out to be the league's rebel sweetheart. She just wanted consistency, fairness, maybe a rulebook that applied to everyone instead of being rewritten nightly depending on jersey color and Twitter trends. But the moment she realized the bullies weren't going away, she decided to swing back, and not just on the court.
Guess whose jersey sold out today? The one and only Sophie Cunningham, aka the Enforcer and Caitlin Clark's bodyguard. Sophie Cunningham defended the face of basketball, and America was in love. I've honestly never seen so many people agree on one thing on Twitter, and they did last night. And also realizing that you wouldn't want to fight Sophie Cunningham after seeing this headlock.
Off the court, Sophie's roasting people with the precision of a stand-up comic on a vengeance tour. The retweet was just the opening act. Now her social feed is a curated gallery of shade, clapbacks, emoji murals, digital Picasso. It's more than a feed, it's a mood board for anyone unfairly labeled a villain while simply setting boundaries, aggressively. And it's working. Fans have flipped the script. Jerseys are flying off shelves, TikToks are stitching her plays into highlights, and people are defending her like she's the last hope for basketball integrity. Sophie isn't just a player anymore, she's a vibe. No PR team needed, she's the backlash. She's dragging double standards into the spotlight and dunking on them emotionally, with receipts. Meanwhile, the haters spiral. They don't know what to do with a woman who refuses to wilt. Every clip of her retaliation spreads like a trailer for the sequel to Atomic Blonde. Every game is now a showdown. Justice fans versus pro clutchers, all because someone played defense with passion.